Hey everybody, G4 Video 5 here, and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto 3, the Definitive Edition. In this part, we will be completing the Emergency Vehicle Import-Export Crane that's located in Portland Harbor. And before showing off that location in Portland Harbor, I'm showing off the vehicles required for completing this little side activity that is a requirement to complete in order to get 100%, and we first showed off the location of an ambulance vehicle that you can get for this particular activity. And I'm not showing off every possible spawn for the ambulance, the police car, and so on, as that would take a bit too long. I'm just showing off locations that are most near to where the crane is located in Portland Harbor. So we have the police car there, now we have the fire truck being shown off in this dangerous area of Liberty City. Well, I gotta get the hell on out of there before I get exploded on. Sick freaks walking around the place with their shotguns. But for the most part, the 7 vehicles that we need to collect for this thing, most of them are parked in various locations around Liberty City, but 2 of these vehicles we're going to have to get a bit creative in obtaining. But for right now, we have the Enforcer that we're going to be picking up here, and some of these places should look familiar. I know during the mission Cambu Bust Out for Kenji Kasen, we take a trip in this area of Staten Island, and we have this nice Enforcer vehicle. Now, something I should point out, I guess, is that when I entered the ambulance earlier, a bit of my Lady of the Night fluids went away, because normally I would have 125 health in the top right corner, but by entering an ambulance, it resets your health to the maximum of 100, even if you have less or more than 100 points. So it's a little strange there. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's like they're taking away the sexually transmitted diseases, which I guess would give Claude extra health, but you know, long-term repercussions, all that good stuff there. But anyway, we've now obtained all the vehicles that are parked at various spots around Liberty City, and now we're causing a bit of mayhem here. Claude's a resilient beast. Even getting run over by an enforcer really doesn't deter him too much. But you can see right now I'm getting wanted level stars to where I have 5, because what I'm going after right now is the FBI car, which is right there. And a great thing to do is to be a bit more fast in terms of obtaining wanted level bribes, because I literally had 1 health right there. But something you'd probably want to do before obtaining the FBI car and the Rhino Tank, which is what we'll be obtaining after this FBI car, is you'll want to complete the vigilante side mission so you have these police bribes at your safe house. So that way you can aggro the police and quickly get police bribes as these more high-end police vehicles chase after you. So you can see this tank is now just turned into a normal pedestrian vehicle for the most part. It doesn't really know what to do with itself, though, since it's down here in the alleyway near the safe house, but you know, you can use that opportunity to steal it, and thankfully they won't use their high-powered weaponry since we only have 1 wanted level star now. So we can take this thing on over to the crane in Portland Harbor, where we turn in these emergency vehicles. And so I'm trying to drive very slowly, because the tank's awesome. You can just drive into vehicles, and they'll end up getting exploded. But, you know, I don't want to do that because I don't want to attract police attention to myself and make this task more difficult than it needs to be. I'd like to be as, you know, as low visibility as possible. You know, I don't want to really aggro the cops at this point. And don't worry, after turning in all of these vehicles, you do get a nice little reward after the crane drops off the final vehicle that you turn in to this particular crane location. As you can see, these icons have now appeared here in Portland Harbor, and each of these icons represents a different type of emergency vehicle. So anytime you want to, you can come back to the spot in Portland Harbor and request one of these cars, ranging from the police car, FBI car, and the Rhino Tank that we just turned in. So on top of this ability, which we will select the FBI car, because I think that's my favorite out of all these emergency vehicles, but on top of this ability, you also get $1,500 for the first 6 emergency vehicles that you turn into this crane location, and then for the final emergency vehicle, the 7th one that you turn in, you get $200,000, as well as this ability of requesting any of these vehicles. So fantastic stuff. that completes this part. In the next part, we will be moving on to the import-export garage located here in Portland Harbor. So until then, I will see you next time.